Okay, friends. So this finds us the 27th of October. We have completed the Come Fly With Me quest. We do need to talk to Manny Vargas, but none of that is important. What's important right now is we're going to take everything down. We're going to sort out gear. Okay, we're going to sort out gear and such. Okay. Sort out gear and stuff. Get a shower, get a sleep in, and then be ready bright and early. I need everyone to move. All right. Everyone.
All right. Off without your bodyguard again? I get it. Sometimes things require a quiet approach.
Relax. All right, saddle up, companions. Where's Jangles at? There he is. See what I need to do for this boy. Equals, okay. So, yes. All right, now then.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Go with the prospector here.
So what do you think this bar was like? Before the war, I mean.
Okay, for your consideration. Dear Sir and Madam, thank you for taking the time out of your no doubt busy schedule to accommodate a fellow Mojave resident. I require assistance in a somewhat delicate manner and implore any able-bodied individual in possession of competent mental and physical faculties to visit my personal residence for an elaboration on the task at hand. I want to heartily assure the recipient of this request that nothing of an illegal nature will be required by the constituent, as long as one allows a somewhat lenient interpretation of certain bylaws of an overstuffing nature. Though I regret the inconvenience, a small application procedure will be required of the successful candidate to determine compatibility with the assignment. Your application for employment, as it were, will be accepted if you can capably locate my personal residence, given only the following information. I possess a commanding view of the backside of an enormous man-made artificial construct, in the likeness of a fearsome reptilian predator. As an additional morsel distinguished from my residence, I am the only denizen of the area in question that requires an elevator taller than the fearsome beast itself to reach my front door. For the seasoned traveler, this task should prove trivial. Once you've located my residence, look for my personal elevator for a safe. This is connected to a pneumatic tube system, which conveys correspondence and sundries to a similar container at the front of my residence. I have Jesus Christ. I have secured the container with a primitive locking mechanism. Compromise the security in any way you see fit, though preferably in a way that doesn't damage my container. Replacement parts are a spot of trouble these days. Access the contents of the ground level safe for more details on your assignment. Best of luck, and I eagerly anticipate enthusiastic footsteps far below my abode post haste. Regards, M. Higginbottom. Holy crap, dude, are you wordy?
Oh, I'm...
Okay. So, the backside of a fearsome predator, and the only denizen to require... Huh. Wait a second. Oh, I already had them, okay. Let's go ahead and set these. There's that. Put the binos on that one. Put the shotgun on this one. Okay. Okay. Put the service rifle on that one. Put my grenades on that one. Okay. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, binoculars. So, now if we look over here, aha, there's an elevator, there's a safe, there's a house. And that's where we're going. Whoa. The vehicle appears to be working condition, requires 15 jerry cans worth of fuel before it can be driven. Leave. Oh, very cool. We have 3. Alright. So we go up here. I have 9 lockpicks, so let's not screw this up. There we go. 25 bottle caps, purified water, and Tails Task 1 to bury a giant. Okay. Congratulations, good sir. I espied you traveling this way towards my residence. It warmed the cockles of my heart to see such a confident stride on a young man. The bold pace, you said, reminds me of my younger years. Listen to me ramble. Goodness. It's obvious from your determined gait that you have your eyes set on the results. As a token of my gratitude for the inconvenience you suffered at my expense already, please enjoy a refreshing beverage and a 10% down payment for completion of the task at hand. I regret that personal meeting is impossible this time. Certain mechanical difficulties prohibited me from making the journey down to shake your hand in person. Reluctant though I am to admit it. As you can see, I'm not one given to exaggeration on the prodigious nature of my elevator and how it compares to Dinky in a favorable fashion. Near my elevator, you'll find the motivation for my quest and assistance. No doubt you've already cast a specific gaze, or perhaps one of outright disdain, on that abominable eyesore blocking my view of the fair city of Novak. That power pylon, long since dormant, accomplishes nothing but imparting a sense of misery to my morning constitutional. For years, I have desired the cracking of its metal legs, to send it tumbling to the ground, permitting the view I have long since envied. I've tried several conventional explosives, but the original manufacturers of that loathsome construct were well versed in their craft. It's defied my most strenuous efforts to forcibly remove it. I would certainly not have called you here, merely to hear my tale of woe. I know of a technology that may prevent the banishment of this steel demon from my front yard, but presently I lack the means to acquire it. Not far from fair Novak lies a power facility known as Helios One. I've discovered through poring over old transfer manifests, as well as other means on which I won't elaborate at this time, that a nano array exists in this facility. This array, assuming it is still functional, can construct a nano cartridge. This cartridge contains a teeming mass of wee beasties known as nanites. The ones produced in the Helios factory have a ravenous hunger for metal. Perhaps they are planning to use this technology to recycle obsolete metal or clear industrial wreckage. I do not know. Whatever the case, I believe a craftsman of worth should be able to cobble together a weapon to take advantage of the technology. If you have access to a work table, I imagine carefully combining the nano cartridge, a timer, some dynamite, some conventional dynamite, and some scrap metal to craft a case will yield a device capable of taking down the iron giant that squats so rudely on my property. Once the device is activated, detonating the device under the pylon should guarantee impressive results. I will be watching my residence, and I will immediately transfer payment for your services via the pneumatic air tube system upon successful completion of the demolition operation. Best of luck, M. Higginbottom. Okay, so he wants us to blow that up. Alright. So first things first. He said we need to go to Helios One and get a nano array. Okay, it's only Mike that's following me. Alright. So there's a dune buggy sitting over there for the taking. We're going to head off to Helios. Oh, there's a tank over here. Alright, well. I'm going to park over here in the visitors parking. Alright, what can I add? Eat me a quick snack, drink some water. Alright.
This is a restricted area. Or you're a lead.
I noticed your solar towers and collecting my sunlight. I can help.
No need. Then again, our expert is an idiot. Hell, he might as well be a saboteur. I guess you couldn't do any worse. Have him fill you in on the keeps his sunglasses on all the time, even when he's sleeping.
Talk to the idiot wearing sunglasses. Okay, goodbye. Alright. I will come back at one day and do Lucky Old Sun. I'm not doing it today because we are focused, laser focused, on getting our stuff taken care of here. So, you want to come around here to the back, this back door here. Alright, you'll see the staircase, you're going to cut right. See these barricades here, you know you're on the right track. And then turn here, hip, open that door, hop up in there. Okay. Go over here. This is the Nano array machine. Alright. Authorized for no power, nano material database, empty, green. Alright. So, come around here. There's two switches. Switch that one on. Switch that one on. And then look over here. Yes, I know it says steal. I don't know what's going on, but steal that node. And it says, Peterson, I'll give you a heads up. It's going to hit the fan this afternoon. Just got a phone call from Lopez. He's in the hospital. He was in a car accident about an hour ago. He wasn't seriously injured, but he did break a couple ribs in the wreck. Halfway into the call, I realized he left the Nano constructor database in his car. I'm getting ready to go out and see if I can find his car and recover the database. He said he was rear-ended just after leaving the Yangtze Memorial. I think he goes there to pay his respects since more than one of his family died while in the service. If we don't have it by 3 p.m. today, I'm sure you know what'll happen. No database equals no investor demonstration. No investor demonstration means an instant lack of job security for all of us. Damn it, is that an air raid siren going off? This day just keeps going better and better. I'm going to do everything I can to get that database and make it back here by 3. Wish me luck, Sager. Okay, so off to the Yangtze Memorial we go. Wait a minute. $1 Million Master, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Okay, cool. I had never seen that before. I don't. What? Okay. One of my mods added posters, apparently. Okay, go around here, back out and around. Because I know y'all don't want to watch me spend 20 minutes getting back over there in the buggy. Hold on. Oh shit, son. Well, let's see if it takes the buggy with us. So we'll cut out the middleman here. For the sake of... Now, I cannot recommend doing this with the fast travel buggy all the time because they wind up in weird spots.
By raiders too?
No. All right, let's run around here real quick. Do. Egg timer, egg timer, egg timer. All right. Cool. Okay, I have dynamite. I need to get the nano cartridge. All right, so come on, Mike. I don't know where you ran off to, but we need to get the. Oh. All right. And tearing ass in this dune buggy across the desert. We come to this area up here. That's a rock. Alright, you see this truck? Hold on, I'm going to have to deal with some things. Haha, I see you, coyotes. Alright. Not today, pups. Not today. Alright, so, as I was saying, he got rear-ended right here. Aha. Cool. And we got some stuff. Back in the buggy. I mean, there's Repcon right there. We could just zip straight across. Let's see what that looks like. Alright. So, Nano Constructor database in hand. We take off across the wild and woolly west here. Oh. Or not. Hold on. What's this? What's this? Knife. Using magnum rounds. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Skeleton. Alright. Yeah, shut up, powder gangers. Machine skydiving.
Hey!
Bloatfly Bog.
Found you.
Yeah, shut up. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Alright, let's, can we cut across? Oh, that's NCRCF. I may not want to go too close to that. Whatever, mole rat. Alright. Keep climbing. Emergency rail yard will lead to Viper Canyon. Get wrecked, my dudes.
Found you.
Only you didn't. And I'm speeding away. Haha, how about that? Oh, that's problematic. Oh no, get up, get up. Christ. Shit. Come on, reload. Faster than that. Goodness. Heck of a place to run out of gas. I don't have Hunter yet. Alright. There's the damn exit. Also, real quick, while we're bleeding to death here, let's slap on some antiseptic, a couple expired stim packs. Alright, now we shoot through Viper Canyon here.
Got you now.
Only you don't, sir. Buggy's in kind of rough shape. But let's get back to Helios, and we'll actually, we're going to swing by the courtyard, grab the motorcycle, take the motorcycle to Helios to grab the other car, so I keep adding to my car lot in the Novak courtyard. Whoa. The hell? What happened to you? Oh. Oh shit, that's what happened here. His Vipers got given a friggin' What do I have? What do I have? Nothing that'll really put us.
I've got you now.
Right?
Had enough?
Mechanized Wasteland, y'all, or Mad Max, one of the two. There it goes. That takes care of that. Sorry about your people.
Hey there. Need anything?
Give me a second.
Stay safe.
Okay, hold on. Alright, where's my homeboy at? Oh, there he is. Alright, hey.
Hey there. Need anything?
Cool guys don't look at explosions. Alright, give me that. The healing stuff. Yeah, I'll take them coins. Alright, and... Actually, I'll give that back to you. Hold on, let me... Can we scavenge shit from the wreckage? We can! That's fucking dope. Alright. Alright, let me put the other stuff in the cargo hold, please. And so, hop on the bike. Right, drive it back to Helios. The harsh waste take their toll. You consume some alcohol. The harsh waste take their toll on even the most steadfast of travelers. You find yourself relying on alcohol to take the edge off. You consume some alcohol. Awesome. Okay. Totally working the problem, ma'am. Back in here. Back around to the... Nano array chamber. Pat, 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 pat the guard dog. Alright. Install the Nano database. Alright, and then fabricate the Nano cartridge. Now with that joker in hand, we will go and get the car and go to Old Lady Gibson's house.
We won't go quietly.
Cool.
The Legion can count on that.
Awesome. Like I'm thinking this here is another... In your sleep, you fear the fast motion such voices. Okay. Alright. So, to Novak to get...
Glad that's over.
Me too. To get the... Dynamite. Whoa. Oh, it's out of gas. Awesome. Whoa. Maybe she's in here somewhere. Ah, cool. Yay, old lady Gibson, you're alright. Got any dynamite?
So, you're back.
I think, maybe. Nope, I do not. Alright, so travel back to the Courtyard of Beloved Canyons. Actually, I should call it the Motel of the Beloved Companions. There it is. Alright, and now, also, yeah, whatever. Back to Gibbs's scrapyard. Okay. Refuel the DeSoto. Build the nano bomb. All right. That's right, might get your jog in. Alright. And we'll just ignore that stop sign. Whoa, whoa, fishtailing all over the place. Alright. Well, not a lot of hullabaloo and daring do and all that other good stuff. Run over here. We're going to get... Alright. No. Oh, very, very cool. Very, very cool. And thus ends part 1. Okay, friends, and on to part 2. So, now that we blew up the pylon for him, 150 bottle caps, 3 frag grenades, frag mine, and tails. Alright. Oh, stranger, how you've brought joy to the Mojave today. My eyes welled up with tears. When I saw the hateful Tower of Opulence disappear in a heartwarming display of explosives and barely contained nanomachine destruction. Having cleared my sight is a dream that's festered in my soul for years, unattainable and maddening. I've already transferred your reward to the pneumatic tube safe. In addition to your payment, I've included leftover munitions I've had from the failed attempts to bring that metal beast to justice over the years. I trust they will serve you in some useful capacity. Now that I'm at last at peace with my residence, I implore you to provide an additional service. When I was just a lad, my father would occasionally treat the family to a meal of unparalleled succulence and perfection, a wonderful ambrosia that goes by the rather humble name of spicy firefly soup. It has been many years, nay decades, since the heavenly broth passed my lips, and I would much enjoy a steaming bowl of the culinary brilliance, reminiscing on my father and the times we shared. I believe the smell alone would bring back a rush of memories that my brain is sadly reluctant to recall forth unassisted. I have not seen fireflies in these parts in years, but I am confident they still exist. To the east of the source of Good Springs water lies a fetid expanse of shallow pools, milky sulfurous miasma, and other assorted unpleasantness. In my conversation with travelers, I heard that bloatflies are thick as gnats there, and fireflies are known to seek companionship with the wretched creatures. In order to attain the perfect flavor, it's necessary to combine several different ingredients. Though it makes me sound like a bit of a dandy, regular firefly soup won't do. It must be the spicy variety to recreate the delicious dishes with my father's specialty. In preparation of being a recipient of such delicacy, I shall endeavor to scrub my favorite bowl to a high polish and arrange my dining table in a manner befitting of such gourmet delights. When you've crafted the dish, simply place it in the lower safe, but pneumatic tube system will deliver the sweet succor to me. I eagerly await your return. Alright, so, the quest for soup. Okay. And let's take that quest off. And well, I'm going to fast travel there. I might as well take the motorbike. Yeah, I'm just collecting the cars for later use. So we'll go get the motorbike. Whoop, watch out. Alright, so... Oh, let me summon the motorbike. Okay, so sold some stuff to Cliff. Come on. Sold some stuff to Cliff. Got some money. Gonna get the motorbike. Okay. Oh wait, I need to open the trunk because I need to get water out because I'm freaking dying of thirst. Alright. Alright, so now I need to go to Bloatfly Bog and shoot a firefly or two.
Aha!
Oh, good. Fall the hell back here. Oh, that's Mike. goodness. Okay. There's our Firefly we needed. Let's run over and get him. Cool. Alright. Let's not get involved in all that. Come on, Mike. Let's go. Oh, I can't travel while in combat. Well, okay. Crap, I got hit. Hold on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stop vibrating long enough for me to open my Pip-Boy. Shit. Fucking reload. Okay, good lord. There's a little incendiary bastard. Yeah, fly away. Did that kill enough of y'all to... I need to leave some of these for later, so... Okay, back to the bike, which I constantly lose sight of. Come on. This can't be that doggone hard. Okay, I took cover behind that rock over there. So that means... Idiot, look at your map. It says it's right in front of me. Ah, thanks. Cool. There it is. Alright, let's get out of here and go to the vault. So I can see what ingredients I'm missing. All right. I also heal myself up.
Look at all these busted ruins. Look at all this ground. Punctuated with a...
All right, and round we go. Down we go. Okay, so for Firefly soup, we need Brock flour, pinion nuts, purified water. Okay, and for the spicy seasoning, we need okay, thanks. Buffalo gourd seed, jalapeno pepper, and xander root. All right. Brock flour. There's a pepper. There's 2 pinion nuts. There's 2 xander roots. All right. What else am I looking for? We need Brock flour, water. I've got water in the bike. And we need another jalapeno pepper and a buffalo gourd seed. Okay. So Brock flour, buffalo gourd seed. so we can literally just walk there. Or, as we're adding cars to the collection here, how much fuel this bad boy got? There's fuel cans. Whoa. Let's fuel her up. All right. All right. Buffalo Gourd seed should be... No! It paved over it. Hold on. Pave over both sections? It did. Crap. Let's go see if Trudy has any for sale. Trudy.
I'm glad that business is...
Yeah, show me your for sale. All right. My purified water.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's go see Chet. Maybe he has Buffalo Gourd seed. I ran past him, didn't I? Yeah, there he is.
You looking to buy some supply?
I am. Okay. What do you think? Let's go to the schoolhouse. All right. Okay, there's our Xander roots. Around here is our jalapeno poppers. And away we go here. Don't walk out in front of me, NCR dude.
Over here!
Over here.
Aha!
I've got you.
Y'all ain't got shit. I don't know why I went this way. I guess I was looking to see. Or how about no? Am I out of fuel already? I think you get shit gas mileage. Okay. Buffalo gourd seed. Alright, cool. And because of barrel crafting,
Did you hear what happened to Lynn?
Firefly soup and spicy seasoning. Alright. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can make it to... Let's see if we can make it back to Novak. Because here we go. Excellent. Alright. Oh, it's aid. Seconds after you carefully load the spicy Firefly soup into the pneumatic tube container, you hear a soft faint click from above. Apparently your benefactor's desire for the nostalgia-inducing soup was no exaggeration, and he or she waited, finger on the conveyance button for your return. After an hour or so waiting, you hear a loud whoosh of air, indicating a return message. Fear your soup made the journey intact. Whoa, got a whole bunch of stuff. And an elevator gear. Okay, cabs. Geigerstalt. And when I had thought the war and the waste had stripped away all the kindness from this world, there appears a stranger, performing a service for another without promise of compensation. No mention of down payment, or caps exchanging hands, or even expectations of recognition. My hat is truly off to you, wanderer. I'm not sure if the tears welling in my eyes are due to the soup, or to the realization that some still journey with something other than greed in their hearts. I took the bowl back to the table, careful to hold my breath. I didn't want the smell to awaken a memory before I was ready, potentially spilling the precious broth before I had time to prepare myself. As when I was a child, I closed my eyes, breathed deep, spoon grasped my tiny hand, listening to the voice of my father. It was as if I was 12 again, with one deep breath. Today, son, I hunted for you. I killed for you. For you to live, another has died. I tried not to cry. I didn't want anyone to die for me, but I was hungry, so hungry. Eat. Remember to make the life I took for you meaningful. Never shame me into wishing I had let you go hungry and spared the other. I did not understand, but I ate. I hated him then, but now I think he was trying to teach me something of balance, how there is no give without take, how every action has a consequence, every night with a full belly is at the mortal expense of another. A brutal lesson to learn at such an age. For every lecture, for every terrible shaming, there was time spent on his strong shoulders, laughing into the sun, dancing in the desert. My father, the hunter, the killer, hunched over the fire, dancing, ridiculous, goose-stepping, laughing as if to drown out the moon, laughing and dancing with his little boy on his shoulders, his little boy grasping at ash from the flames and shrieking into light. You have done me a great service, wanderer. I was afraid these memories had long eroded, forever inaccessible, and here they are, again, awoken and cast back into the light by the smell of soup, my father's soup. Look at me, doddering on and on. You must feel more a nursemaid than a resolution specialist at the moment, listening to me ramble. Such patience deserves a bonus. In addition to your standard compensation, I will send a few gourmet creations and ingredients to assist you in pursuit of your own culinary development. As much as I have encroached upon your valuable time, I fear I must beg your services once more. I would have invited you up to my residence for a personal introduction, but it seems that my elevator is suffering mechanical difficulties. I have determined the issue to be a pair of stripped gears, which prevents the platform from tracking its rails properly. I have one replacement gear, but two are necessary for it to become functional. I have sent the single functional gear to you so that you may find its match. Sadly, I do not remember its model number. You will have to make a close visual comparison to procure the appropriate part. In regards to finding a location that might have such gear, I suggest visiting Old Lady Gibson's scrapyard. I believe I saw a machine there that may have the necessary gear. Once you acquire it, place Goeth gears in the safe so that I can finish the repairs. Best of luck, M. Higginbotham. Bottom. Alright. And so ends part 2. Okay, and we're back to do part 3 of Chapter 1. I really, really, really apologize for how dark it is out here. I need to get my cat eye goggles. I haven't gone and got those yet. Let's get the car back to the house. Let's go grab a quick snooze. Hey, Zach, move over. Sleep 8 hours. I clicked 9 hours by accident. All right. Yeah, but I'm about to die of thirst and hunger. Oh. Firefly soup. All right. It's my own fault. All right. Okay, let's summon the motorcycle. All right, and we are headed to Old Lady Gibson's. Yeah, Lady Gibson, I'm gonna go around here. Pat, pat, pat. So go around here and Gear Lizard. Enter the gear model. Gear Lizard token required. How to enter your gear model. In the event that you're unsure of your gear model number, you can use our handy guide and diagram to determine your gear model number. Model numbers consist of 3 characters earned in the following order: gear tooth style, gear tooth count, gear weight. Okay. So, go over to your items, go to the elevator gear. Kind of rectangular, and it's got 10 teeth on it. Can't drop it. It's 2.6 pounds. I've done this before. One of my mods takes the weight off. So, kind of rectangular is an M. 10 teeth is an N. And 2.6 pounds is an R. But we need a Gear Lizard token. So you got to go around here and melted. All right. Low normal, inventory below stuff. Attention service personnel. There have been numerous reports of counterfeit Gear Lizards tokens in circulation. While they are easy to spot with the naked eye, our Gear Lizard machines do not currently possess the capability to detect the difference between genuine Gear Lizard tokens and counterfeit tokens. Unfortunately, the counterfeit process is easy to do, and we're concerned about word of mouth contributing to losses. Currently, our engineers believe the procedure involves flattening a standard Nuka-Cola bottle cap with a hammer, then applying a line of paint to the edges of the coin. After that, a fork is used to dimple the metal in a pattern along the outside edge. Needless to say, this is a top priority. We're currently working on a change to the token slot to reject the counterfeit tokens. If you recover any counterfeit tokens from the receptacle, make sure to create a new entry reflecting the presence of counterfeit tokens in your service area. Management. Okay, so we got to go make a, new schematic. Gear Lizard token. So, got to go around here. Now, the parts you need for this are, I'm going to borrow her paint gun. You need a paint gun, a hammer, a paint gun, a hammer, a cap, and a fork. So, away to the house we go, and we will be right back. Gear Lizard took in. There's a bottle cap, a fork, a hammer, and a paint gun. Cool. Done and done. Check on my stuff. I'm good on that. Let's haul Bud out of here. Enter your gear model. First letter is M. Second letter is N. Third letter is R. Thank you for your business. Your gear has been dispensed. Have a great day, and thanks for using the Gear Lizard. All right. And we'll zip over to the house of the chef. No encounter this time. Okay. You load the gears, one rusty, one not, into the safe. A few minutes later, the vacuum system activates, conveying the contents to your employer. Approximately an hour later, a familiar thunk is heard. It looks like something has arrived in the safe. Okay. I still am amused that that is a Bioshock reference. Okay. Oh, hold on. This is the end
Never killed nobody except Mary Curie.
Thanks, Mike. This is the end of Chapter 1, Part 2. So let me pause real quick and make a save. Alright, and then let's go over here and see. Okay, so we're at the end of Part 2. Now we're moving on to the Part 3. Actually, that was Part 3, my bad. Because I knew before I opened the safe that you delivered the gears. I suppose I realized when I first heard your boots crunching on the sand that you'd be the one to deliver me from the tribulations that ailed me. It will take a spot of time to repair the elevator, so I implore you to return tomorrow to give me time to finish the job. I will humbly ask to fall on your kindness once more, as a final task remains. When you return, step on the elevator. My repair has been successful. The lift should carry you to my door. You served me with only a vacuum tube for the face of your employer so far. I believe this final task should be done in person. It's only fitting after all for all you've done for me. Looking forward to tomorrow, Morrison. Alright, so go back to Novak. To the courtyard. Yeah, I feel you, Mike. Alright. Let me move the bike. Alright. Then we'll wait. Let's see here.
666, the number of the beast.
Hey, ammo.
Hell and fire were born to be released.
Hold on, I want to see something now. Wait a minute, does this mean I can now give Jangles stuff to hold? Holy crap, Jangles can carry stuff. Yay! Hey, jangles. Let's pickpocket it. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, he doesn't talk, but still, that's cool. That's a cool workaround. So if you have Jangles the Moon Monkey, you can force recruit him, and he suddenly has companion stuff. So awesome. All right, let's eat something. Get our eats all the way down. All right, and let's crash out. Like 13 hours. I'm no longer well rested. What? Did I sleep too long? All right.
Your parents were killed by raiders too?
Don't
No.
let people tell you you don't got charisma. I can see it. It's just easier to let your weapon do the talking.
Well, this is new and different. This reminds me of Detroit.
Zach, are you possessed? All right. Let's let's take all. Well, I was gonna take all the homies, but now I'll do it myself. All right. Fair warning. This is I need the shovel. Okay. So, hey, Mike. Okay, so let's see if this works. Yep. Foul-smelling mailbox. It's a heck of a view. There we go. I'm just testing here. All right. Open the door of the house of the chef. No touching, Harriet. This means you, Harriet. Daddy means it. Okay. The Postal Service. Mr. Coster. First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate you on your dedication to restoring a system of mail delivery for the occupants of Novak. It's commendable that you seek to resurrect an important facet of pre-war society. I hope you'll accept my apology regarding the inconvenience you've suffered by having to travel up my elevator and deliver correspondence and packages to my mailbox. I was unaware of the depths of your agitation over the additional time commitment imposed by my abode's unique location. Through conversations with the other Novak residents, I discovered what I believe to be the turning point that caused you to transform from begrudging acceptance to outright revolt. Manny informed me that you tripped and fallen from my elevator on your way down, bruising your leg badly and spraining an ankle. While I express deepest regret for your injury, I must inform you that your retaliation against my mailbox seems a touch excessive. Filling another chap's mailbox with Brahmin dung while belling obscenities and striking vigorously repeatedly with a baseball bat presents a bit of a barrier to communicative reparation. Regardless, out of respect for your injury and a desire for peaceful reconciliation, I repaired the vacuum tube delivery system that a previous owner must have had installed. No longer will you need to make the arduous journey on the elevator to deliver my special packages that find their way to Novak from various traders and merchants. Simply place my deliveries in the lower safe and they'll whisk their way to me merrily without any further intervention on your behalf. Sincerely, M. Higginbotham. I keep saying Botham. M. Higginbotham. Anything there? Nope. Okay, and Morrison. Okay, one task remains. Wanderer. First and foremost, I would like to apologize for my current disagreeable condition. I urge you to consult my terminal journal entries for a broader stroke of the brush. That said, I will not linger long on the particulars. The sunset is fast approaching, and I have but a few minutes before the darkness sweeps me out of my mistakes and into blessed reunion with my family and the purpose. Harriet. That's why I named the purpose, as I recently read the story of a certain woman bearing the same name in an old rotted pre-war book I found. As with the person in that book, Harriet freed me from a number of my maladies, the foremost of which was indirection. She lifted me up and gave me reason and meaning. Harriet is dead, and I killed her. The darkness started to swim for me, Wanderer. Consult my terminal for the details of the unfortunate events that led me to where you have found me. I ask you to bury me next to Harriet. Drag my body to the door and bury me next to her. No, I'm not taking his stuff. Come on, Morrison. I knew that crate was going to be a problem. Oh, come on. Would you like to take Mr. Higginbottom's body outside, bury it next area? You'll need a shovel to bury him. Yes. You dig up a small box. Chef room key and bottle caps. Okay. Another shovel, prickly pear, mesquite. Hey. Heyo, water valve. All right. Okay. No, we'll come back to that. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of ghoulish to be looting through his stuff. Daddy shows Gecko who's boss. Okay. So this is a sad part, and I'm going to timestamp this so you can skip past it. Leaving Nipton. My life has found purpose. That purpose was fulfilled in the unlikely form of an infant discovered during my travels. The purpose arrived 3 days after I had left Nipton. That place began to settle its sickly fingers into me, and I found myself stumbling against a slippery path that I thought I left behind since the checkered path of my youth. I was old enough to realize that I was in the mouth of the spiral, a few stumbling steps away from traveling the road of my mother, falling from strength and virtue into a sad decay of drunkenness and regret. Hold on a second. Let me actually turn that all the way off. There we go. So that I can read this without it. Would not finish my walk on this earth as she, picked from a doorway and buried in filthy clothes in an unmarked grave. I would not. She was great once, and with the death of my father, she became unhinged, and nothing I could say or do could open the door between us again. She blamed me for his death, so she never said until the drink ate enough of her brain to release the demons that had nested there for years. I do not hate her. Even after she drove me from the house in a drunken rage, I could not bear to hate her. Perhaps it was the undying love my father felt for her. Perhaps it was only she was my last remaining link to any semblance of family. The next morning, I snuck back into the house, gathering my belongings and leaving. I left a note next to her which read only, I forgive you. I can think of nothing else to write. It is probably that final note which prevented me from losing my tether on reality upon learning of her passing. Now, 3 days after I left the house, I intended to stay for a week or so and then return home to see if her rage was subsided. I returned to the house of my birth to find it taken over by several of my neighbors. After having a gun barrel shoved in my face, I was told that the day I left, my mother had wandered the streets calling my name in a drunken haze until passing out in a neighbor's doorway. She never awoke. The day after she was buried, others moved into my house, and any claim I had was forfeit since I had abandoned her. Or perhaps forfeit because I was only a terrified 13-year-old boy with no weapons, and others wanted what was rightfully mine. Oh, Wanderer, I apologize. You've come here for information. You've once again endured an old man's ramblings. The purpose. I need to tell you of the purpose. Another entry will suffice. Until then, Morrison. To this day, I need to talk of the purpose. Leaving Nipton behind, I set my sights on the proverbial greener pastures, a small city going by the unusual name of Novak. The traveling was hot and fraught with danger. I'll allow myself a smile here. I've always hoped to have the opportunity to use such a phrase in context bereft of irony. With clashes with raiders and greedy settlers alike, doing much to remind me that the core of humanity's goodness must have burned out like a moth in a flame when the bombs fell all those years ago. At least that's what I told myself. Surely the world wasn't filled with greedy, vicious, violent people before the Great War, was it? Kind of. I suppose the designation of violent is not fair. All of us must internalize a bit of violence merely to survive. That was the logic my father taught me, and made sure I did not forget it. He was a violent man, but not a vicious one. He killed other men and did so without remorse, as far as my young eyes could tell. But never did he prolong the killing, and never did I witness him taking enjoyment for the act. If he judged someone to have overstayed their welcome, hold on, the phrase he always used, it still chills me to this day to hear it, as I immediately associated with having to help bury someone. Things were over quickly. In fact, the only times I saw him show any kind of reaction to killing was when he killed animals for food for our table. I asked him about the look on his face once, just after he shot a skinny Brahmin we found wandering near our house. Daddy, why do you look so sad? You never look sad when you shot somebody trying to get into our house. I still remember the way he looked at me. Because they had a choice. That's all he said. And the way he turned away let me know he wouldn't say another word. Because they had a choice. I did not understand it then, but now it has become my mantra. It has guided me in my decisions over the year. The choice. The choice led to the purpose. And for the purpose had no choice, and thus was my choice made. Because they had a choice. The purpose had no choice. I walked from Nipton, I left that place. All I possessed this world was on my back, and all that was further behind me than my pack I never wished to see again. I traveled from Nipton towards Novak, sometimes hiding, sometimes killing, sometimes, if the heat was tolerable and the roads were friendly, engaging others in conversation and trade. I hold those days dear, those few hours of conversation with others coming and going. I never felt judgment, preconceived notions, as if a notion could be anything but preconceived, from these people of the road. I was assessed solely for my threat capacity, and if I passed whatever individual criteria they entertained, the veil dropped and we could converse as equals. It saddens me to think on some of the pre-war text I've read. Apparently people were frequently judged by the color of their skin and not the content of their character. Perhaps that's at least one feather in the cap on this ravaged world. Too few remain of any particular color, meaning judgment solely on such factors is obsolete, or at the very least, unwise. Unwise. The caretakers of the purpose were unwise, or upon reflection, unlucky. A day from Novak, and the purpose is laid bare. A fire was burning several hundred feet from the road. Such things are by no means uncommon, but something about the smoke caught my attention. I was drawn to it. It may have been the way the wind played with the wisp, or that particular note of crackling embers. Whatever the case was, I was drawn to it. A massacre. A massacre bore the purpose on its ash. A family killed by unknown assailants, their bodies already in the first stages of decay. The assailants, having obviously underestimated the tenacity of their victims, also lay dead. 7 combatants in all, their bodies and wounds a grisly testimony to the events that transpired. With grim fascination, I wandered the scene. There was the father, 7 bullet wounds, multiple lacerations, a shotgun with a splintered stock still clasped in his hand, 2 men with shattered skulls within arm's reach. The shotgun's ammunition spent. The man must have charged his aggressor, shattered their skull with his gun, and ending their lives in the process. One look at the shotgun's reinforced stock sent a shudder through me. This is a man driven to the bare edges of desperation, to splinter a weapon against a man's skull in such a fashion. Those unfortunates must have felt as if an avenging angel was upon them in the scant moments before they shuffled off their mortal coils. The raw fury of the man was but a footnote to the condition of the mother's corpse I found. Though life in the desert had hardened me to the sights of severe distress, I fell to my hands and knees and shook and shook. 3 lay dead around her. 2 with lacerations that went to the bone, and the mother's decaying fingers lay embedded in the pulped eye sockets of the 3rd, firmly latched around the bone of the ocular cavity, dragging her assailant face to face for terrible judgment even as the blood drained from her. In death a testament to the undying, unyielding, terrifying wrath of a mother protecting her child. You will not take my child. And they did not. It was then that I heard a hoarse cry from the purpose, and from the back of the dusty tent I retrieved the purpose, the hungry, thirsty, and scared purpose. Brave mother, they did not take your child. Brave father, they did not take your child. I will take your child, and she will be my purpose. You have not died in vain. Harriet's house. Harriet's house is a comforting ring for me. Though I suppose it's technically my house, I still think of it as hers. She knows every creaky board, every cabinet that I forgot to check when we're playing hide and seek, every window that serves well in making shadow puppets dance across the floorboards. The scenario that brought this residence to my possession was one of simple providence. Lady Luck deciding to take pity on an old man in his charge. Arriving in Novak, I learned of a house on the cliff that many had tried to reach and failed. Some had tried to shimmy up the lift post to no avail. The metal, though worn with age, was too smooth for a good grip. Others tried climbing the rock, but the cliff face was unpredictable enough to discourage even the bravest of rock climbers. In fact, I learned with considerable sadness that 2 young men had fallen to their deaths in the attempt. After the second death, everyone abandoned the idea of traversing the cliff. The town had a standing challenge. The first one to make it up to the house owned it, finders keepers. Humility has always been my stock in trade, but I cannot help feel regret for the lack of education in this small town. Many nights I wept growing up as my father dropped a book at my feet instead of dinner and said, "Read." he would say. I would not get dinner until I could give him an accurate account of the book. Some nights I went hungry, but more often than not I passed his test and earned my supper. Each night a book, each night a challenge. Sometimes it's nothing more than a romance novel, or a book on the history of a country that died long before the war. Sometimes, though, it was a work on repair of broken equipment, electronics, a work filled with computers and electronics and machines. Not one of the locals had tried to fix the elevator. A blown solenoid, a corroded battle terminal, a severed wire, a misaligned gear. It was an elementary procedure. Within 3 hours, the lift was working, and I rose in that glorious rusted conveyance to my new home. To our new home. I remember them cheering, the locals. The sight of the lift working filled them with such primal joy that I am not ashamed to say I doffed my hat, tears in my eyes, and bowed and played the ham for the audience as the lift rose. I danced as my daddy danced, and the locals yelled with delight. And when I was at the top, I was the king of the world, and I flung my hat and spread my arms wide. Looking back on the day, I wonder what it made them cheer so. Was the sight of pre-war technology being brought back to life, rekindling an image of all things before? Was it a simple triumph of man over machine? Was it just an old man dancing like a loon in the broad day sun? I do not know, but I danced a fool that day. Sweating buckets in the hot Nevada sun, goose-stepping around in my suit and hat, putting on my own little show at the top, and Harriet below, screaming with delight in Miss McBride's arms. Dancing too. The house was mine and Harriet's, from that day forth with no further questions. I fell asleep that night in the new house with Harriet on my chest, full of love for the world, knowing that all that was good was not yet dead. With clear eyes. I do not know if I should share Harriet's origins with her. Would it do her justice to let her know of her parents' butchering and my subsequent arrival to take her from the scene of the massacre? Many times I have pondered it. I am daddy to her, and she's never asked where mommy is. Then again, with no children in Novak, I suppose it's possible nobody has asked her about her mommy. When I look at her, I see such innocence, such wonderful naivete to the cruel woes of the world. I want to shield her from it as long as I can, yet doing so risks stunning her growth and make her less capable of dealing with others. What to do. Not once has she asked me why my skin is black and hers is white. Not once has she questioned that I am her father. I am simply daddy, and never she asks why we look so different. Maybe he assumes that the one gets darker as one ages, or the sun darkens the skin, or as I suspect, it probably simply doesn't matter to her. Daddy is daddy, she is Harriet, and that's that. From a great height. Every night I told Harriet a new story. Every night I made a new adventure, a new tale. The stories were short, meant to entertain a young mind in those blissful few minutes between thinking and sleep, when laughs come easy and being tucked in with strong hands into a bed with a chilly pillow, a warm blanket, and a tickle to the toes is nothing short of heaven. One night, tired, scorched, disheartened from a disheartening day, dealing with apathetic locals, vicious geckos, and fouled water, I told Harriet of Super Daddy. A fanciful figure who could fly and fight evil if only could leap from a car. From a car or a bus, he had to leap from some small height and have his feet contact with metal to gain the power of flight. From there, Super Daddy could fly, and fight crime, make everything better. I was tired when I told the tale. Harriet was so intelligent that I forget sometimes she was just a child. Just a child. If there could be a Super Daddy, why could there not be a Super Harriet? Why couldn't there be a Super Harriet? And so she leapt the next day, in a moment of neglect as my back was turned. Just from the hood of a ruined car in front of the house, but it was far enough. If not for the power pylon, she would have just hit the sand, maybe been bruised a bit. She did not hit the sand. Her head hit the concrete base of the pylon, and she died. She died. If I hadn't made up the story of she would have never... I scrubbed for days, trying to remove the blood stains from the concrete. It never came out. Although, in a moment of clarity, I wonder if the stain was ever actually there to begin with. The car was easily enough removed. A few caps to the McBrides, they agreed to let me hitch up a few Brahmin to the wrecked car and tow it out of sight. That ghost I was able to exercise myself. I'm afraid she will not be at rest while that pylon stands. I will find a broy to bring it down, or find someone who can. And that is rough. Okay. And then let's bring the audio back up just a hair. All right. And so ends chapter 1. Come here. Ah. All right, let's see what we got going on. I really don't want to clean out a whole bunch of junk. Really? Okay, food pantry, but unlocked with key, chef room key. All right. Actually, let me turn the radio up because he does have custom music for this. That's cool. That's custom mod music. The chef. Alright, we've got... Here's Mr. Higginbottom installed a convenient water purifier in his house. Purify with dirty water. You get 1 purified water for 2 dirty bottles of dirty water. Don't need to break anything down. That's safe. Thanks. Pressing this switch transfers all the items in your inventory in the safe. Weighted quest items, your weight... Okay. All your items does say... Okay. No. I'm not losing all my stuff. Famine mod, which is fine. All right. No. Safe. The water purifier. Okay. This was Harriet's play area. They're having a race. Oh, yeah. That's cool. And this is Harriet's. Let's see here. Son, Bitsy the Bloatfly says hi. I can fly like Super Daddy. Puce loves his doggone pencils. We're going to take all this and give it a new home. Harriet and I ran into an interesting fellow on our way to town today. He introduced himself as No Bark, a famous sketch artist. He told us that he designed the two-headed bear for the NCR flag. He offered to sketch our portrait for 3 bottle caps and all the lint from our pockets. That seemed a fair, if unusual deal, so I obliged. Looking at the finished project, I questioned the veracity of his claim, but Harry was delighted, so I merely thanked him and we headed on into town. Upon reflection, I must profess a fondness for it, so in my study it hangs. Okay. Really? Thanks. Okay. Make sure. Yep, we're live. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, out of character note. Due to terrible audio in the second chapter, we will have to re-record it as well. So I'm going to Get back over to Good Springs. And that's where we'll end this one. And pick up the next one.